people in their 20s having strokes and heart attacks, and you're like, how? You know, like things that you never really heard of before, like 20, 30, 40 years ago, you know, like younger people are, you know, passing faster than the older generation, you know, and it's very scary and unfortunate, but it's true because the system is meant to just maintain you, not actually get you better.
Take a little sip of this. Y'all know what I've been doing. I've been doing this bottled water. I've been doing bottled water because of the plastic.
That Mountain Valley.
Yeah, that brand is pretty good. It tastes good. And it has a lot of less chemicals in it than most of the other brands.
You know what's crazy? I was watching something recently and they did a study on water and like how much chemicals and stuff they put in water. And it just blew my mind because I'm like, it's water. Like it should literally just have water in it. Like why are we having all this other stuff in water? And it was like, you know, it was an eye opener for me, but they really do put a lot of stuff into something as simple as water.
Yeah, not to mention the chemical breakdown from the plastic. From the
plastic absorbing,
plastic,
for sure.
oil. So you absorbing all this oil, and then your estrogen levels going up. For women, it could cause tumors in the breast, and for guys, it can cause all kind of cancers as well, right? And lowering your T levels, which now is an epidemic of guys with low T.
Low T levels.
Low T.
Like really low, which is crazy because when you even think about that, it's like changing the whole composition of what a man is supposed to be, like even on a cellular level. Like why are the men's testosterone levels so like drastically low? Like low.
It's a battle. It's a battle for you to have high testosterone, because when you have high testosterone, you think you perform better.
Right.
It was a study done. I don't remember the name of the study, but it actually correlates. Testosterone correlates with your ability to take chances.
I can see that.
And you get a reward for taking chances with this testosterone. I was like, wow, this is amazing. So that makes sense. The higher testosterone level, the more you want to take chances. Like when you're younger, when you was in your teens, you was taking chances all the time.
Just doing stuff.
Just like, I'm going to go for it. Then you see as you start to age, if you have a low testosterone, all of that starts to fizzle out.
It's true.
You don't want the friction. You don't want to take the chance.
It's true.
You're not getting rewarded.
Right.
So then you become like a sedentary.
Yes.
Oh, they doing that. You get around your parents, or you're going, oh, I don't want to get involved with that. They just kind of settle.
Yes.
So the hormone thing that you're referring to in terms of getting into it, I think is a great idea because we really need it.
We do. And a lot of us have hormonal imbalances and don't even know it. And we're just walking around not, functioning at a high level because our stuff is out of whack. And you won't really know unless you get your levels checked, which most people do not think to get their levels checked. And even most doctors, when you go for your regular annual physical, they don't really check those kinds of stuff. They'll check your cholesterol level. They'll check your LFTs, which are your liver functions. They'll check your kidneys and maybe your red blood cell count. And that's it. That's like a basic
And then you're good. You're good to go.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Meanwhile, you feel like crap.
Correct.
But it's like, oh, it's only your head and you're good to go.
Exactly. Right. Based on these results, you're A1.
No, if you don't feel well, you got to. That's why I preach go out of the network if you can. Get a real second opinion, because if you're in the network, it's not really a second opinion because everybody's thinking the same way.
The same way, exactly.
And doing a similar test, right? So if you go out of the network, you go to some of these holistic doctors. My particular doctor is an MD and a PhD and is trained in holistic practices.
Wow.
So that's why I actually went to her, because I'm like, listen, I need the combination. I need the gumbo effect.
Correct.
Let me know what's going on medically, and let me know some of your holistic treatments too.
As well. Yeah, because those things do go hand in hand. In a perfect world, I think Eastern medicine and Western medicine can, live in harmony, and you can use both. But it just doesn't ever happen like that. But, there's a lot of benefits in holistic medicine. And even most of our pharmaceutical medications come from some derivative of, holistic medicine. Yeah. So it's just we don't really know it, but a lot of them come from like roots and different things, plants, from those holistic treatments. So.
No, they can't make money from that. So what they do, which it does play a part, because sometimes they can amplify the effects so much that it causes tremendous healing, right? Yeah. But the fact that they do it to patent it so they can make money off of it, and maybe put a whole bunch of other chemicals and stuff in it too, which may not have the best results, right? And a lot of these things don't cure anything.
No.
They just keep you in a dis-ease state.
Yes.
Right? So you're maintained.
Yes.
It's the healthcare system, which there's a phrase going out, sick care system. But I always say, listen, we need both. We need this healthcare system. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Right.
You get into an accident, you want that trauma unit.
Right.
Right? You have an emergency 911, you want them to stick you with something real quick to get you well.
Get you back.
But when it comes to long-term results, I haven't seen many that were successful at all.
No.
It's generally now you're on Monday through Sunday pills.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. And then you're losing so much vitality.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
I see it happening with so many people. It used to be older people, but now it's like everybody.
Everybody, young people, older people, and even the things that you see happening, like people in their 20s having strokes and heart attacks, and you're like, how? You know, like things that you never really heard of before, like 20, 30, 40 years ago, you know? Like younger people are, you know, passing faster than the older generation, you know, and it's very scary and unfortunate, but it's true because the system is meant to just maintain you, not actually get you better.
Yeah.
So,
which is weird. Like,
it is.
How could this be? You say,
it is.
You know, there's a lot of new innovations coming out right now, you know, like the peptides, you know, that I love to talk about it because it's so interesting. And people get a little confused with the peptides and thinking it's like so new and radical. I'm like, look, insulin is a peptide.
Right, exactly.
And how long have people been using that?
A long time. Yeah. A long time. Peptides have been around for a long time. It's just that people don't really, they're now learning about it, and it's now becoming like a thing because the more people start like leaning more towards like, you know, Eastern medicine and like holistic practices and things like that, and biostimulators and things like, it's coming up now. But peptides have been around for a long time. A lot of these things have been around for a long time, but you know, even things like what else we do cryotherapy here, and that has been around for a long time too, like, but people, you know,
I love cryotherapy.
Cryotherapy is amazing. It is. It definitely is. I love it.
That helps with that inflammation so much. So much. A lot of people need to get into cryotherapy.
Yes.
Cryotherapy, saunas, red saunas, blue light therapies.
Yes.
Right? We need to get into all of it for the balance, because people say I'm a little extreme. A lot of my friends and my family, you're so extreme. But I'm like, look at the world we live in. The world is extreme. We have to be extreme.
Like, stuff is really changing drastically. And if you don't stay on top of it, you're going to get, you know, left behind, you know? And so you kind of have to be a little extreme just to keep up.
Just to keep up, right? We're being toxically overwhelmed.
Yes, in every sense of the word, from like, what we see, what we hear, like what we smell, everything. It's just everything around us, you know?
Everything.
It almost makes you feel like you need to just live in a bubble. Like, you know, for real.
But we can't live in a bubble, right?
We can't.
Even with when people going crazy about COVID, I said, listen, I'm not going to live in a bubble. I'm just not going to do it. What I'm going to do is strengthen my immune system.
Right.
I'm going to get regular checkups. I am going to listen to my doctor, right? The one that I have faith in, not the one that's just regurgitating things, but is current on new studies that's being produced. The new information is so important. Make the relevancy of that is, what can I do to make sure that I strengthen everything?
Yes.
And that's what's important, all the modalities of the hot and cold plunges, right? Yes. Those are amazing.
They are. They are. And it does so much, like those cold and hot plunges, but especially the cold one, it does so much for from mental clarity to metabolism, helping lower your heart rate. Like, it's just so many things it's good for. Like, it's a lot of benefits in the cold plunges. A lot of benefits, for sure.
Isn't it beautiful? We have a lot of things to help us.
We do.
It's just that we have to be exposed to it.
Yes.
That's why I'm glad that you exist here, because so many of us really need to start really looking into alternative I don't even like the word alternative so much because it should be primary.
Right.
I think these things should be primary, not alternative.
Right.
You should be doing some kind of hot and cold therapy, even if it's in the shower. It doesn't cost much because it improves your circulation immensely.
Yes, it does.
So circulation is everything. That's how you get the blood to flow, the enzymes, the vitamins, the minerals, everything gets, circulated around your body. So these are primary things we need. I think the secondary, the alternative should be the mainstream medical profession.
Yes, you're right.
Right?
Because it's like, okay, well, if all the holistic stuff is not working, okay, then maybe let's try something else. But that should be the first, course of action. I agree. Because when you think about it, and like all of every single medication, even like something as simple as a cough syrup or something like that, has side effects, right?
Yes.
So when you think about it, so let's say you're taking one medication for, let's say, high blood pressure or something. That medication is meant to help your high blood pressure, but in the process, what about the long list of side effects of all the other stuff that it can damage? Okay, so yeah, it'll help your high blood pressure, but it may cause your kidney to stop functioning. It can cause you to have a stroke or a heart attack or constipation or seizures or death. I love that at the end of the infomercials, when you see the medication and then you see the people happy and it's like, yeah, take this and you'll have a better life. And then they say in the fine print at the end, all the side effects, and then the last one, or death.
And you're like, may cause death. Why would I want to take
this? Like this.
And why are you so happy if it's doing all this? I don't even think
it's
that
crazy.
The wording is so tricky, right? They say side effect.
Yes.
But if you give me something and it causes something, it's not a side effect.
Right.
It's what it causes.
Exactly.
It's what it does.
It's what it does.
It's not a side effect.
Because if you give it to multiple people and they all have the same reaction, a side effect to me is something out of the norm.
Yeah.
But if everybody's having that's not really a side effect, is it? No.
It's so everything is so tricky nowadays, right?
It is.
So that's why I listen to the doctors and I listen to everything they say. Yeah. I think everybody should get a doctor that they're comfortable with, that they get along with, they have some kind of great rapport with.
Right.
Because if you don't have that, you have a horrible advisor.
Yeah.
Right? Because you don't feel connected to them. And the odds are they don't feel connected to you.
It's true.
So if you like that clip, check out this one right here. If you want to continually learn about things to improve your health on a practical level, subscribe to the channel there.